During both the Republican and the Democratic conventions, the issues of inflation and price gouging were at the forefront. But what was missing from the floor speeches was the fact that companies and people responsible for the pain you're feeling were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for private boxes at these conventions to suck up to the lawmakers or maybe future lawmakers. No surprise. They had rooms up there from the top. They were costing $500,000 just so you could be in that room and hear and that was both sides. I mean, both Republicans, we're for the working person. You really matter to us. And then they're going to have drinks with the corporate America that tells them, well, you know, we want to raise prices on this. We want to raise prices on insurance. We ought to be able to drill wherever the hell we want to drill. We ought to sell pharmaceuticals that might kill or cripple people and get away with it. There's a problem with that message, isn't there?
There really is. And I got to give credit here because Chris Cuomo, reporting for News Nation, he on the floor actually of the DNC, started openly calling them out. And he pointed out, you know, it was like this at the Republican convention too, but you got suites up there that start at $500,000, some that go up to over $1.5 million.
Yes.
And what they're paying for is not the best seats in the house. They're paying for access.
Yeah.
They are paying for the opportunity to sit with these people for 4 days. But as Cuomo talks about, the media doesn't talk about those. They're not talking about the box seats.
Yeah.
They show these happy, enthusiastic people out in the crowds and the passionate speeches on stage. But we need to know.
And the celebrities.
Right.
Oh my God, you got to show the celebrities.
But we need to know what's happening behind those closed doors.
Yeah.
That's the question that the media should be asking.
Well, I wasn't at this convention behind closed doors, but I've been behind them. And what they do is parade candidates, okay? This is Joe Smith, and he's running here. He sure would like your help. Oh, by the way, he's real good on making sure that we don't control prices on drugs. Joe, why don't you take it away? That's what it's like. It's one after another. And so they're sitting up there completely disassociated with all of the realities that are being talked about on the floor. That's what's so disgusting about it. But I don't think it's ever going to change. Do you think Chris might have been upset that he wasn't up there anymore?
Well, that's the thing, is, you know,
because Chris was damn sure up there a lot, I can tell you that.
Yeah, probably with his brother.
Yes,
I mean, that's.
Yes.
But if he were still with CNN, he probably would have been right there in the thick of it. And I will give credit, by the way, to News Nation. They actually do a really good job of being a true neutral in the media fight.
You know, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think think
Dan Abrams is phenomenal.
Yeah, they're really trying to do that, aren't they?
They really are.
And I hope they can keep up. It's not going to help them with advertising. As we remember, Air America.
Right.
You know, we came out with Air America. God, you were a kid back then.
Yeah.
It was a great we had Janine Garofalo, Al Franken, just an incredible Sam Cedar, a lineup of Chuck D. You remember? Yeah. It was just this incredible lineup of liberal speakers. And Bobby and I had our own show called Ring of Fire. We couldn't get advertisers because everything we talked about was in their face. Yeah. You know, we couldn't get car dealerships to come with us because we were talking about defective car parts. Couldn't get pharmaceutical cases to come. Advertisers to come. So but News Nation, fortunately, is tied into a bigger organization, and they have the staying power to accomplish what we're talking about. Is to truly come in neutral. We try to do that on this show. It's very difficult sometimes because the people who listen in get so friggin' mad. Pap, I can't believe that you said that. But that's what we have to accomplish. To me.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. They're doing a good job trying to do that.